thirsty. Yes, she is so thirsty. You do it again, darling. Do it again. She's so hungry and thirsty. Oh, that's a good girl. What a good girl. Say good morning. Good morning. How are you today, darling? Say my name is Shirley. And my loudmouth sister is Laverne. Look at that baby. Yeah, you're living up to your name, Laverne. Yes, you are. Yes, you is, sister. It's pouring the rain. Why try? This is going to be like this for the next 7 to 8 days. So, I'm going to shut my door. All right, I'm going to take you around because you're just going to be like, whoa. Y'all, we are living like total farmhouse heathens right now. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Here is the reality of all that's happened in just the past couple of days. But first and foremost, thank you so much for all of your wonderful and kind and relatable and shareable and lovely comments from my last video. I'm doing much better, feeling much better. Had to work through, just calming down for a couple of days. But I don't know why in the world. Caught red-handed. You know my therapy now. So I've had to make some really tough decisions. They're really not that tough. It's just me processing through in my own mind. Okay, Patara, you bit off more than you could chew. So what are you going to change? How are you going to pull back here to press forward there? Because really, truly, honestly, no matter what you're doing and I know this and you know this too, but we got to say it together. The only way that you're going to push and progress forward is, folks, sometimes you just got to live through the chaos. Live it. So when we moved here, we knew that we would be upgrading and changing things and doing all kinds of different things to the house. Here is the kicker, though. That was a little over a year ago. And what has happened since then? A whole lot. So it's taken a long time to get to the point that we're at. And I'm very happy to be here. My only frustration is a lot of things are happening at one time. I'll get through it. And the fact that, the weather is horrendous, that never helps. And then lastly, my seasons are starting to push together. So I'm supposed to be doing certain things to prepare for spring planting in just a couple of weeks. I'm not sure I'm going to get there. So this little sister right here is now inside the house. I'm going right now. We've showered and James is in the shower. We're finally going to go run some errands this afternoon. More chaos. And as you can see, she has been pecked in both eyes. I found her yesterday in the corner of the coop. And I immediately brought her in. So I've got to go get some more puppy pads because we ran through the rest of our puppy pads. So I tell people all the time how vicious chickens can truly be. And I don't think they believe me until they experience it for themselves. So this is what I think happened with her. Let me tell you right now, you can have 7 hens and 12 nesting boxes, and they will all fight over 1 or 2. It is every woman in America right now or across the world that has ever had chickens is going to comment below and go, girl, it is the craziest thing. It's a turf war. And she is very healthy. She's a very healthy hen. She is eating and drinking on her own. She finds it. I help her. She eats and drinks. So long story short, I think she was, for that to happen and for her to allow both, I would be willing to bet she was in a nesting box that somebody or somebodies were wanting, and it got a little vicious. Women can do that too, you know. Better watch out. I know you always like when I sprinkle in those little truths there, but it's true. So I brought her in. I don't think she's lost her eyeballs. I don't believe that, but I think she was pecked on the lids, and so they were bleeding, and now they've kind of sealed a little bit, and they're swollen. So what I'm doing is I keep Vatiricin on them. I'm slowly letting her heal, trying to keep them more moist. And, you know, when I feel in the next day or two, maybe, if I can kind of help bring them open or whatever, I will do that. Now, I also have the Vatiricin, whatever y'all want to call it, the one for pink eye. So there is that too. So we're just sort of playing it by ear right now. Some people have a different theory than I do in terms of what I'm about to say. Some people agree, some people don't. Probably what I'm going to do is use the slightest little bit of Neosporin. Not a lot. I want to keep it moist, and plus that is an antibiotic, so I want that in there just a little bit. And you can do that. And she doesn't need aspirin. You can give baby aspirin to your chickens. If you have a hen that is down or has been injured, it is a very good idea. Take this tip. Gail Damerow tip, actually. The Gail Damerow, love her. You can take like a baby aspirin, take about 1/4 of it. I always take about 1/2 because you grind it up and kind of put it a little bit in water because they may not get the full 1/4 if you don't go over just a little bit. That does seem to help with pain. I don't think we need that here, but I'm watching. So, you ready? We got, look at all that junk. This is the actual washing machine. It's been out into the other side of the outdoor region of the basement. You can hear my cat crying out there because I've got my cat up there, Mr. May. And he wants to come in, but it's too much chaos and too much cat fighting. So I've just brought this in. It's from the old house, and it's going to go upstairs because we actually had the upstairs old region that was a washroom. I had it redone. I didn't really do that much. We just hooked back up the water. It wasn't a dryer vent. It wasn't a big deal. So my washing area that's normally down here has been now, or in the process of moving upstairs. My big burly husband, he put my dryer up and it's ready to go. Washing machine's gonna be this evening because we gotta run some errands. So, you know, that man really likes his woman washing his underwear. And y'all wondered why I had an anxiety attack, right? I'm joking about it. That's good. Okay, so this was our basement, and as you know, if you've caught up with any videos recently or if you saw what happened last year, this basement flooded. The rain that we're getting right now, instead of happening over like 5 days, happened in like 2. And so water got down here. We did stick with the deal. We worked through it, and it's taken a year to get to this point. We had a water mitigation system put in. We're not having any problems, but we had to tear up the flooring, jackhammer the floor, put in the mitigation system, and lost half the wall. It was happy. It was a happy time. So it's not just the basement per se over here. It's like a little den area, and tragically you can see my big insert down here in my basement. I've never really shown this because it looks so bad. It was like, why would y'all want to see that? But now we're making progress. So in here, we've had a big closet put in underneath. They're having to reroute some of the vents and stuff like that. But the sheetrock is up. It's been mudded. We've got new lighting going in and everything. So this is going to be my middle boy. Y'all know Nicholas. Nicholas is an independent man now. But my middle boy is actually going to be taking this room over. That was the original plan, was for him to have space down here for school and for music. And he starts college in the fall and all of that. Can you believe that? I'm going to have 2 college kids. But what this boils down to is my house is flipped upside down because we had a lot of stuff down here that needed to go into bedrooms or different areas. So this was like a holding space. Well, in order to do all of this, that stuff has to go upstairs, in your dining room, in your den, out in your garage, out in your exterior area, everything. The animals are flipped around. Everything is happening at one time. So in addition to that, the positive thing is that all of the baby goats, with the exception of Katniss, are all up in the barn. Little Miss Katniss is still here in the house. She gets visits in the yard, and you know, she's treated like a little, she does not know she's a goat. The girl doesn't know. But we were working through that. So she's still getting 3 bottles a day, and she's spoiled. Oh, and we had a few more babies yesterday. So it's a very busy time. And every day we're hustling around, shuffling around, doing the work of a real farmhouse, all at the end of winter, pushing into early spring. And all these decisions have to be made. So I've made a couple of decisions over the last week or two due to, well, budget and finances, things that have motivated me to change the direction of some of my lists. You know, you have lists of things you want to do, and you're going to find that when you homestead, you're going to have things that you're going to want to do this year versus next year. Sometimes things get shifted around. Sometimes things just simply don't happen, or things get moved up. It's all about what's going on in your world. And the thing is we have to remember that we're living through this process. We're living a full life. The main thing that I'm trying to do here at the house is, you know, the normal stuff, such as, you know, you want to make your space updated as you go and as you can and livable. The real thing about the home, other than things like, you know, getting a new countertop, I mean, clearly I don't have to get a new countertop, but I am, and this is the color that I'm going with. I've just really been around the block since Christmas time, looking at all kinds of different options and colors and thoughts. And, you know, this is what I'm going to go with. Because my working space in the middle of the kitchen is always this little stainless steel deal. And, you know, I'm trying to get a lot of projects in and done in a fairly short time, but also under a budget. So I finished the top cabinets. They are not perfect. They probably will get one more coat when it warms up and stops raining. You know, after Noah decides to pull out here. The bottom cabinets here, I'm doing the same things too. Probably going to be starting on that maybe, well, the next couple of days, because have you seen my floors? Yeah, baby. Yeah. This is the original vinyl in the flooring of the kitchen floor, and it goes over into my washroom area. There's dust everywhere because of the drywalling. Can't even fight it anymore. But I tore up these disasters here, and I'm going to be going over this with a laminate, a luxury vinyl flooring, the floating laminate that is the closest match to this, so we'll get a new strip there. So what I've got to do is I've got to make a decision about my cabinets, which are always peeking in there, people. Always peeking in, dusty dust. But I need to go ahead and make a decision on, am I going to just paint the fronts to match the upper cabinets, or am I also going to go with the full baseline? My Nana said, do it all, girl. Do it all. What you doing?
Chickens.
You're feeding my baby chicks?
Water.
You're so cute. So these are just some of the things that we're doing right now. Cabinets, floor, basement, driveway. Lots of things in a very short time period. So there's a lot of things we want to do here in the home as far as filming and all of this and that. But I'm trying to be patient. And I know you guys are like, keep going, get it done. So that's what's going on here. But I wanted to update you on the chaos. And remember, I'm telling myself too, take a deep breath. It's just a moment in time. Go love on your baby goat who is squawking to come back inside. She's in the covered part. And enjoy it, because we're blessed to be able to do what we're doing. And you're going to see the kitchen change. It may take a couple of months because, again, we're working with different people and different projects, and things have to be ordered, and, you know, life's not normal right now. So, Hey, honey, what do you think about? Do you like the countertop?
Yes.
You do. You like it better than butcher block.
Yes.
He's not a big butcher block fan.
No.
No. All right, guys. We're gonna clean up, run our errands. We want to drop in and say howdy, give you a few updates, and I'm making some good decisions right now. At least I think I am. We'll see you on the next video.